think I'd done that, truthfully.
I thought he was dead tonight. I thought you was going to get it, if I'm honest.
I swear to God, I thought I won it by at least 3 rounds.
But
I bossed the fight in front foot all night at work.
It's already history.
Oleksandr Radio Raheem over here in the corner. Tyson.
Think TRTH, I thought it was dead tonight. I thought you was going to get it. If I'm honest, I swear to God, if I won it my 3 rounds be the fight in front for all is already history. Oleksandr Radio Raheem over here in the corner. Tyson Fury. Oleksandr Usyk has finally fired back at Tyson Fury after the Gypsy King claimed he was robbed in their unified World Heavyweight Championship rematch. It's hearing how the same Tyson Fury had blamed his loss in their first encounter on Oleksandr Usyk's Ukrainian origin, and now that he isn't doing that, he's chosen to blame his loss on the judges. Dicked the which I thought huge win in 7 rounds. The 5 I feel a lot of people did as well. Same score. Frank had me 3 or 4 rounds up. A lot of people had me at least 2. I just don't know. Listen, it's contrary to Tyson Fury's habits of playing blame games. Oleksandr Usyk has instead heaped praises on his opponent and claimed he's a great fighter who's brought out the best in him. But since Tyson Fury has decided to be unsmart, Usyk has ended the praises and fired shots. Instead, Oleksandr Usyk trolled Tyson Fury, claiming he was in for a trilogy if Fury wanted, and it would also end in the same manner as the previous 2, only that he'll blame the loss on Turkey. Tyson Fury called this a Christmas gift for you from the judges, and Frank Warren says that he can't imagine how the judges scored so many rounds for you and that Fury should have won much more than. Oleksandr Usyk said this jokingly after the first fight was blamed on Fury's corner, his wife's health and the war in Ukraine, and this time the judges were blamed for cheating, which means anything at all can be blamed for the next one if Oleksandr Usyk manages to get the victory again. This came after Oleksandr Usyk won his heavyweight championship rematch against Tyson Fury by unanimous decision overnight on Saturday, to stay unbeaten across 2 divisions and cement his place among the greats. The Ukrainian, who forced the pace and repeatedly tagged Fury with his accurate left hook, was awarded the fight 6-112 by all 3 judges, handing Fury his 2nd straight loss. It is what it is. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. Is up and now. I know boxing been in it all me life. You can't change no decisions, but I'll just always feel a little bit hard. Not a little bit, actually a lot. But I think when you don't get the knockout, this is what happens. You can't guarantee. Usyk's win takes him to 23-0 with 14 knockouts and extends one of the all-time best careers that includes Olympic gold and undisputed champion at cruiserweight. He's a great fighter. It's a great performance. Usyk 37 set of Fury, who was unbeaten over 35 fights until he lost their 4-belt unification bout in May. Unbelievable 24 rounds for my career, all to the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, still only the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Organization and World Boxing Council belts were on the line. This time after Usyk focused on the lucrative rematch, relinquished his International Boxing Federation title rather than face challenger Daniel Due by beating Fury in May. The Cat had already joined the likes of Muhammad Ali, Lewis and Mike Tyson as undisputed heavyweight and the first of the 4-belt era. He's my best friend, he said of Fury. I respect this guy because I think he's a really tough opponent. Tyson Fury makes me strong. I don't think about it, I'm just boxing, I just continue. But the defeat opens up uncertain future for the 36-year-old Fury, now February 1, 34, who announced his retirement in 2022 only to return to the ring. I thought I've won both fights, but then again I've got 2 losses on my record now, so there's not much I can do about it, said the Briton, who refused to discuss his next steps. Promoter Frank Warren also called the judge's decision nuts, but Usyk dismissed his complaints. Uncle Frank, I think, is blind of why crazy man, joked the Ukrainian Fury, wearing a Santa-style red and white robe and bushy beard, appeared in Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You before a determined-looking Usyk strode out in music gear. It was seesaw stuff as they traded blows, but Usyk rocked Fury in the 11th with a lightning combination that ended with yet another left hook to the face. An Usyk uppercut to Fury's chin highlighted a furious final round, and there seemed little doubt about the winner as the Ukrainian sank to his knees, arms aloft. Usyk, who briefly served as a soldier After the Russian invasion, then celebrated by holding up a saber that belonged to Ivan Maipa, a hero of Ukrainian nationalism who fought against Russian control in the early 1700s. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky was quick to hail the victory, calling it proof that Ukraine will not give up what's ours after nearly 3 years of war with Russia. Every way of the world from the Ukraine for, and it was seesaw stuff, as they traded blows, but Usyk rocked Fury in the 11th with a lightning combination that ended with yet another left hook to the face, and Usyk uppercut to Fury's chin highlighted a furious final round, and there seemed little doubt about the winner as the Ukrainian sank to his knees, arms aloft. Usyk, who breathed briefly, served as a soldier after the Russian invasion, then celebrated by holding up a saber that belonged to Ivan Maipa, a hero of Ukrainian nationalism who fought against Russian control in the early 1700s. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky was quick to hail the victory, calling it proof that Ukraine will not give up what's ours after nearly 3 years of war with Russia. Music victory, Zelensky said in a post on Telegram, so important and so necessary for all of us now. Reports put the prize purse at an increased $190 million, with Usyk as defending champion expected to receive the bigger share. A reversal of fortunes from May. The fight sits high in the portfolio of Saudi Arabia's oil-funded push into sports, which has drawn accusations of sports washing. Its dubious human rights record. Tyson Fury remained adamant that he won his clash against Oleksandr Usyk by 3 rounds despite suffering a unanimous defeat on Saturday night. A lot of people say that Usyk wins thanks to his spirit. Did you feel it? I didn't feel no spirit. I felt a little bit Christmas spirit in, and I think he got a little Christmas gift from them judges. Christmas gift early in a thrilling contest where neither man refused to give an inch. It was Usyk who finished the stronger, just as he did 7 months ago. To pick up a repeat victory, Usyk became undisputed champion by just a single point in May as he earned a split decision win, but this time it was more clear-cut as all 3 judges scored the bout 116-112 in his favor. Fury promptly left the ring after the result was announced, having clearly been disappointed that his efforts got very little recognition from the judges. The 36-year-old was later caught backstage by reporters, and when asked for his thoughts on the scorecards, the Gypsy King offered a surprise response. Speaking to Sky Sports Boxing after the fight, he said he had clearly the fight. Later, ESPN reported that Fury also said, "I thought I won the fight again. I was Larry Holmes it again. I was on the front foot the entire time. When you don't get the knockout, this is what can happen. Young man, go just there. I know there was an AI experiment tonight. Those AI judges didn't count, but do you see that as a potential?" What was the score? 11. Usyk appeared bemused when asked if he deserved to get his hand raised before he was confronted by heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois, who called for a rematch after losing to the Ukrainian great last year. The punch stats revealed Fury had thrown more punches in the contest with 509 to Usyk's 423, but Usyk landed 179 across the 12 rounds compared to 144 by Fury. Overall, Usyk landed 42% of his punches, with Fury way down on 28%. In the press conference, Fury was flatly asked what's next for him after coming up short in undisputed and then unified title fights, signaling the first losses of his entire professional career. "You might see me fight again, you might not," he cryptically answered to 112. Thought, judging in the future by the review of that, absolutely, I swear to God, I thought I won it by at least 3 rounds, Fury told his former trainer Ben Davidson backstage after the Usyk rematch Saturday night. "I bossed the fight on my front foot." Usyk won a 116-112 unanimous decision on all 3 cards against Fury in their World Boxing Association, World Boxing Council and World Boxing Organization heavyweight title rematch at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Former unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua had Usyk winning by a slimmer margin than the judges. 115-114. Uncrowned scored the fight a draw 114-114. The majority of notable observers and pundits appeared to have Usyk in front, though 3 of boxing's most powerful promoters ringside, Frank Warren, Oscar de la Hoya and Bob Arum, all had Fury winning the bout. In his post-fight press conference, Fury repeatedly claimed the judges' scorecards were an early Christmas present for Usyk. "There's one, the computers keep the humans going. More jobs for humans, jobs for computers. I was quite confident I was ahead going into the last round," Fury said. "I thought I won that fight again. I thought I won both fights, but then again I've gone home with 2 losses on my Record now there's not much I can do about it. I can just fight my heart out and do the best I can. I'll always believe until the day I die I won that fight. I was on the front foot all night, landing on my body and head after a journalist present at the post-fight conference told Fury that he personally had the Brit winning the fight by 2 rounds. Scoring at 115-113, Fury responded that he believed a lot of people had him beating Usyk, but he refused to dwell on the result. Fury's attitude is consistent with comments he made this past week to Uncrown while rejecting the idea he was robbed in his